Hey, welcome to the 7 out of 10 short report, a brief weekly roundup of the gaming headlines you might have missed. BioWare revealed a little more information about the single-player story portion of their upcoming live service-focused multiplayer game Anthem this week. That was a bit of a tough sentence to say. Initially discussed last weekend during a panel at this year's Penny Arcade Expo and subsequently revealed to the rest of us via a trailer that dropped on Monday, BioWare have highlighted the trader town of Fort Tarsus, the player's home base and the area where the majority of the game's storytelling will take place. Separate from the multiplayer-focused action-heavy area where the majority of the game will take place, Fort Tarsus is a more intimate area where NPCs live out their daily lives. It's here that players can mull around in first person, conversing with the population and cultivating choice-based relationships that are individual and unique to each player's game. It seems like a hefty amount of work has gone into creating a hub space that feels alive, the trailer showcasing impressive looking interactions with characters in various parts of the city. It's nice to have some confirmation that BioWare are still playing to their strengths when it comes to Anthem. I was personally a bit concerned that the developer, perhaps pressured by owner EA to simply create an equivalent to Activision's popular Destiny series, was straying too far from what made their previous games, Mass Effect and Dragon Age, so special in the first place, i.e. the ability to then knuckle deep into a sexy alien. So sorry for that joke. In fact, it seems like the team are approaching the challenge of integrating an effective single-player narrative into a multiplayer game with enthusiasm. In his piece for Eurogamer about BioWare's approach to single-player storytelling within Anthem, Johnny Chiodini, that's 2 weeks in a row I fucked your name up, sorry Johnny, reported that, quote, "These relationships and characters are apparently going to be developed further after launch, with new dialogue, adventures, information and character content being added to live servers after the fact. Indeed, there seemed to be an air of genuine excitement of the possibility of adding story content that has a specific place in the game's timeline, free from the writing restraints enforced by a piece of DLC that could take place at any time during a playthrough. It's a fascinating concept, but only time will tell if BioWare can pull it off, because I mean, Anthem looks fine. Even if the story is video game's citizen Kane moment, if people quickly tire of the actual game itself, which admittedly looks a little flat, then it would be a shame. We'll see. Anthem launches on PS4, Xbox One and PC on the 22nd of February 2019. Fortnite, it's a new game, don't know whether you've heard of it, got a brand new game mode this week. The Getaway limited time mode sees teams of 4 players drop into the island in search of one of 4 safes, each containing a precious jewel that must be successfully escorted to a Getaway van in order to win. Alongside the mode also comes the Grappler, a plunger-based grappling hook that allows players to pull themselves towards objects in order to gain a competitive advantage during a firefight. It's all great fun, as usual. Fortnite Battle Royale is great, and its frequent updates and game-changing additions continue to highlight why it's one of the most popular games in the world right now. Speaking of frequent updates and game-changing additions, disaster struck during the grand final of the Fortnite Summer Skirmish, an 8-week-long tournament that boasted a combined prize pool of $8 million. During round 4 of the final week that took place at Paths, players in the final circle found themselves unable to stop floating. Chaos, understandably, ensued. Speculation pointed to the mysterious Cube, colloquially known in the community as Tevin, because of course it is, as the culprit for the bud. Tevin has been making his way around the island for a few weeks now, leaving behind a number of strange anomalies that cause similar effects to the one seen during the live-streamed match. Maybe next time you're running an $8 million tournament epic, disable the tube that makes people fly, eh? Video games promote violence too much for them to be included as an Olympic event, International Olympic Committee President Thomas Barth stated this week. Speaking to the Associated Press during the recent Asia Games, an event where esports were featured as a demonstration sport for the first time, Barth said, quote, "We cannot have in the Olympic programme a game which is promoting violence or discrimination. So-called killer games. They, from our point of view, are contradictory to the Olympic values and cannot therefore be accepted." I get it, I suppose. The Olympics are all about unity and friendly competition, so perhaps something like Counter-Strike wouldn't be a great fit for the prestigious event. Still, there are plenty of other non-violent games such as Rocket League that arguably adhere to the Olympic values. But perhaps organisers worry that any form of inclusion would open up the floodgates for more violent additions in later events. Maybe what we need instead is some sort of esports Olympics. That might be fun. Someone get me on the phone to, I don't have a clue who organises these kind of things. Just get me on the phone to an eccentric billionaire, not that one. I can convince whoever, just not that one. The upcoming Witcher Netflix series has cast its leading man. Superman actor Henry Cavill was confirmed this week to be taking on the role of Geralt in the 8-part series confirmed to release next year. I liked Henry Cavill as an actor. I thought he was fine as Superman. I like the way he reloads his own arms in Mission Impossible Fallout, and the fact he had to have his moustache removed via CGI in Justice League will forever be my favourite thing ever. I read the Netflix have a good chance of doing justice to the White Wolf in his fantasy-based tales. Hopefully, we hear more about the show within the next 12 months. I mean, we will, because it's out next year, so I don't really know what I meant by that. Athlon Games, a subsidiary of Chinese publisher and owner of Warframe, Liu Technologies, announced this week that they are working on a brand new free-to-play MMO based on the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Although no concrete information was revealed just yet, we do know that the game will launch on both PC and consoles and will be a AAA experience that allows players to experience, quote, lands, people and creatures never seen before by fans. It's unclear how this will affect the Lord of the Rings Online, an MMORPG based on Tolkien's world that has been kicking around since 2007, but I'd take to guess that Athlon's proposed game won't be a traditional MMO because, I mean, who's launching a new MMO in 2018? Probably loads of people, but come on. Remember back in the mid-2000s where everything was an MMO? Like The Matrix Online? That planned Call of Duty MMO that never came to fruition. It's just a different time. I reckon this new project will probably attempt to piggyback on Amazon's upcoming Lord of the Rings TV series, set to air at some point in 2021. Did you know that Amazon have reportedly spent $1 billion on that TV show? That's wild. Anyway, moving on. Call of Duty Black Ops 4's upcoming Battle Royale mode Blackout received its first gameplay trailer this week. The mode appears to be a sort of pseudo greatest hits package for the franchise, featuring characters, items and weapons from the other entries in the series, alongside a map that combines a number of iconic locations from Call of Duty's history into one huge battleground. New characters are unlocked via an in-game progression, series mainstay perks are now timed consumables, and there are 4 confirmed vehicles for zipping around the map in. The game currently supports 80 players and even has zombies in it. This one trailer alone has completely changed my mind about Treyarch's 4th entry into their Black Ops sub-series. Blackout looks to be a fast-paced, chaotic spin on Battle Royale that places emphasis on the arcade-style shooting that made Call of Duty the biggest franchise in gaming last generation. Those who have pre-ordered the game can try Blackout next week in the game's private beta. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 launches on basically everything apart from the Switch on the 12th of October. Hey, it's time for a brand new segment. Everything is coming to the Switch. Basically, there's always like 8 new announcements a week, so this just feels warranted. There was meant to be another Nintendo Direct on Thursday, but it was understandably delayed following the earthquake in Hokkaido earlier this week. It's unclear how many of the following announcements were meant to be included in the now postponed presentation, but I reckon the Direct will still contain a few surprises when it's eventually released. Hopefully next week. Valkyria Chronicles, Sega's What If World War II was anime turn-based strategy game that's much better than it sounds, will launch on October 16th. Final Fantasy 15 Potted Edition, Square Enix's What If Final Fantasy 15 was more anime than it already was, is out right now. It's also on PS4 and Xbox One, but that kind of ruins this segment a bit. Broforce is out now and is amazing. We did a review of that years ago, which is worth a watch if you want to know more about it. Great game. Terrible acting in that video, but worth a watch. Surgeon Simulator is out next Thursday, the 13th of September, and Lego Harry Potter is out on the 2nd of November. Dibbly Est Forgotten will launch at some point in 2019, and sci-fi detective horror Observer, which was lauded by critics when it was released last year, is coming to the system soon. The bigger surprise this week, however, is that Civilization 6, the beloved PC strategy game, is coming to the Switch on the 16th of November. The game will include all previously released content paths and will even support 4-player local co-op, which just sounds like the dream come true to me, honestly. Oh, Civilization sits on long train journeys. It's just, oh, butter me up, I'm ready! I assume the Switch version will be a port of the iPad version of the game, which is the same as its PC counterpart, content-wise, minus a few additional visual frills. This is exciting. I can't wait to have Civ 6 on the door. Bloody hell, there was a lot there. Obviously, this episode's theme of the week is Spider-Man. I personally love Marvel's web-singing superhero. He's my little webby boy. So I was thrilled to read the myriad of positive reviews that came flooding in on Tuesday for Insomniac's incarnation of the masked menace. Over on OpenCritic, the game is sitting with an aggregate rating of 88, making it one of the highest rated games of the year. The general consensus is that the PS4 exclusive is very fun, mired down only by generic open world mission design and a lackluster rogues gallery of villains for Spidey to punch in the legs. Still, I'm really excited. At the time of writing, I haven't played it yet, but maybe I have by the time I record this episode. Hey future me, have you played it? Well, this is a bit awkward, I can't remember writing that sentence. Yes, I have played it, for about 4 hours. It's very good. I liked it. Remember not to write something like that again. It put me in a bit of a strange position. Thank you very much for watching the short report. Please consider subscribing because it really helps the channel, and please like and share this video. Leave some comments. Give me some feedback. What do you think? Do you like this video? Do you like this format? I've been doing this for a month now. It'd be good to hear what you all think of the video series and whether or not I should continue it. If leaving feedback isn't really your thing, just let me know what you've been playing this week. Just pop that into the comments. Let me know what you've been playing. Tell me all about it. I'm interested. I want to hear. I like to read all of your comments unless they're attacked me personally, in which case I still read them. I internalise them and they keep me awake at night. Thank you very much for watching the short report. Have a lovely week, and I'll be back next Sunday with more news that you probably already know. Bye bye.